the hip-hop world is buzzing. And fans are losing their minds because Slim Thug just put Lil Baby on blast, and the beef has officially turned personal. Social media exploded overnight with reactions, memes, and heated debates, as everyone tried to figure out what sparked this intense clash between two of the biggest names in the game. It all started with a series of pointed comments and subtle digs on Instagram and Twitter. What seemed like a minor disagreement quickly escalated into a full-blown public showdown. Fans dissected every word, every emoji, every like, trying to uncover the deeper story behind the feud. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, Slim Thug dropped lines that left Lil Baby and his fans scrambling for a response. Reaction videos flooded YouTube and TikTok, with influencers weighing in, taking sides, and fueling the drama even further. From old tracks to recent interviews, fans are piecing together the past to understand why this beef has reached such a boiling point. Every detail is under the microscope: collaborations, comments, even subtle social media posts that hinted at tension for months. Tonight, we're diving deep. We'll break down Slim Thug's most shocking words, analyze Lil Baby's reactions, and explore how this feud could reshape the rap game. From fan theories to insider insights, nothing is off limits. Strap in, because this is more than just a clash, it's a moment in hip-hop history. And it's about to get messy. The streets of hip-hop were set ablaze the moment Slim Thug decided to speak his mind. What started as subtle jabs and behind-the-scenes tension quickly exploded into a full-blown public feud when Slim Thug put Lil Baby on blast. And fans immediately sensed that this was no ordinary argument. Social media lit up. Reaction videos went viral, and Twitter hashtags like #SlimThugVs, Lil Baby, and #BeefGetsPersonal were trending globally. It all began with a series of pointed social media posts. Slim Thug, known for his no-nonsense style and fearless attitude, didn't hold back. Fans scrutinized every word, every tone, and every underlying meaning. His statements weren't just casual comments, they were sharp, direct, and personal, leaving Lil Baby with no choice but to respond, whether publicly or privately. Fans immediately went to work, piecing together clues from past interviews, collaborations, and cryptic messages that hinted at long-standing tension between the two. Reaction videos and memes spread like wildfire. Influencers weighed in, speculating on the root of the beef. Was it about respect, old rivalries, business deals gone wrong, or something more personal? Some argued that Lil Baby had crossed a line in his recent tracks, while others pointed to Slim Thug's rise in influence and how he was asserting his legacy. Every fan had an opinion, and every opinion fueled the fire even further. Mainstream media quickly jumped in. Hip-hop blogs, YouTube channels, and even entertainment news shows began analyzing the feud, breaking down Slim Thug's statements word by word. Legal experts and industry insiders speculated on the potential consequences, from public image damage to industry fallout. The buzz was unstoppable, and the question on everyone's mind was clear: how personal will this beef get, and who will come out on top? Meanwhile, Lil Baby's camp remained silent at first, letting the storm build. But fans could feel the tension mounting. Every post, every like, and every story from both artists' social media accounts was scrutinized for hidden meanings. The online community wasn't just watching, they were living the drama, creating theories, memes, and viral compilations that kept the story trending by the end of the first 24 hours. The situation had escalated beyond anyone's expectations. Slim Thug's bold words had struck a nerve, and the entire hip-hop world was now watching. From social media frenzy to mainstream coverage, the feud had become more than a simple argument. It was shaping up to be a legendary showdown, one that fans and the industry would remember for years to come. The question now was not whether Lil Baby would respond, but how and what the Fallout would mean for both of their careers. The drama escalated faster than anyone could have imagined. Just when fans thought the feud had reached its peak, Lil Baby finally responded. The reaction was explosive. The silence from his camp had only fueled speculation, but the moment Lil Baby spoke, the hip-hop world erupted. Social media exploded with posts, videos, and commentary, as millions dissected every word, every gesture, and every nuance of his response. Lil Baby's response was a combination of subtle jabs and pointed statements, designed to assert dominance without going overboard, at least on the surface. He addressed Slim Thug directly in a post on Instagram, accompanied by a video clip of him in the studio, showing off his work ethic and hinting that he wasn't afraid of anyone trying to tarnish his reputation. Fans immediately noticed the timing, the choice of words, and the confident tone, interpreting it as a strategic move to take control of the narrative. Reaction videos flooded YouTube within hours. Influencers, bloggers, and reaction channels dissected every second, creating compilations that highlighted the most controversial and shocking moments. TikTok was ablaze with fan-made content, memes, and side-by-side comparisons of Slim Thug and Lil Baby's past interviews, lyrics, and social media activity. It wasn't just a feud anymore, it was a full-blown cultural event, captivating not only fans of both artists but also casual observers who couldn't resist the drama. The online community quickly divided into factions. Some fans sided with Slim Thug, praising his courage to call out Lil Baby publicly and for addressing long-standing issues head-on. Others rallied behind Lil Baby, admiring his calm yet assertive response and his ability to maintain composure while still delivering a powerful message. Hashtags like #TeamSlimThug and #TeamLilBaby began trending, sparking debates, arguments, and heated discussions across every social platform. Meanwhile, industry insiders began weighing in. Producers, collaborators, and other artists offered cryptic statements in interviews and on social media, hinting at the depth of the tension and the potential consequences for both rappers. Some suggested that the feud could affect upcoming releases, collaborations, and even concert lineups. Others speculated that this was part of a calculated strategy to dominate headlines and social media trends, and a age-old tactic in hip-hop where public beefs often translate into massive streams, views, and attention. Fans also started digging into the history between Slim Thug and Lil Baby. Old tracks, interviews, and past collaborations were analyzed for hidden meanings and possible sparks that had ignited the feud. Every lyric, every throwaway line, every public appearance was scrutinized for evidence that could explain why this beef had become so intense. Conspiracy theories emerged, suggesting hidden rivalries, business conflicts, and even personal disagreements that had been simmering beneath the surface for months. As the tension escalated, social media influencers played a major role in amplifying the story. TikTokers created dramatic reenactments, YouTubers produced multi-part analyses, and Instagram pages flooded feeds with memes, polls, and reaction threads. Fans engaged at an unprecedented level, sharing content, debating theories, and predicting the next move in this high-stakes rap showdown. The virality of the feud was off the charts, and the energy online was electric. One of the most shocking aspects was how both artists' responses began influencing each other. Slim Thug, seeing Lil Baby's calm but pointed post, released another statement, ramping up the tension even further. The subtle escalation, combined with strategic timing and carefully chosen words, showed that this feud wasn't just spontaneous, it was a calculated chess game, with each artist trying to outmaneuver the other while keeping fans hooked. Meanwhile, media coverage reached a new level. Hip-hop blogs, entertainment news outlets, and even mainstream publications began framing the feud as one of the biggest rap conflicts of the year. Analysts debated the potential fallout, examining possible effects on album sales, streaming numbers, and public perception. The story had transcended social media, had become a headline-grabbing saga that couldn't be ignored. It was clear that this feud was more than just a clash of personalities. It was a battle for respect, dominance, and legacy. Every post, every video, every statement carried weight, and the stakes were higher than ever. Fans were invested not just emotionally, but also digitally, constantly refreshing feeds, watching reaction videos, and speculating about the next explosive move. The feud had reached a point where no one could predict what would happen next. Would Slim Thug escalate further? Would Lil Baby maintain his calm strategy or strike with an even bigger response? And how would the hip-hop community react as this drama unfolded in real time? One thing was certain: the world was watching, the tension was tangible, and the story was far from over. Fans were now fully hooked, glued to every post, every clip, every subtle hint that could signal the next twist in this saga. The battle lines were drawn, teams were chosen, and the world was waiting with bated breath. Slim Thug and Lil Baby had turned a social media clash into a full-blown cultural event. And the next chapter promised to be even more explosive. By now, the feud between Slim Thug and Lil Baby had become a full-blown spectacle, capturing the attention of the entire hip-hop world. Social media wasn't just buzzing, it was exploding. Fans dissected every post, every story, every subtle reference in lyrics or interviews. TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, and YouTube reaction compilations dominated feeds, each analyzing the feud from every possible angle. Every minor detail was scrutinized, fueling endless debates. The fan theories were intense. Some believed the beef was rooted in respect and legacy. Slim Thug, as a veteran, demanding recognition from the new generation, and Lil Baby, as the rising star, asserting his dominance in the rap game. Others suggested the feud was more personal, possibly stemming from business conflicts or old grudges that had been simmering behind the scenes. Memes, polls, and discussion threads amplified these theories, turning speculation into a viral phenomenon. Meanwhile, the hip-hop industry weighed in. Fellow artists, collaborators, and insiders dropped cryptic comments online, hinting at unseen tensions. Some offered veiled support to Slim Thug, praising his boldness and loyalty to the culture. Others subtly backed Lil Baby, highlighting his composure and strategic response to public criticism. These statements, though vague, only added fuel to the fire, leaving fans to interpret meaning and intent on their own. Media coverage reached an unprecedented scale. Hip-hop blogs, mainstream entertainment outlets, and even late-night shows debated the feud. Analysts broke down the potential consequences. Could this clash affect streaming numbers, album releases, tour plans, sponsorships? Could one artist's career trajectory be permanently impacted? Every angle was explored, every theory examined, and fans were glued to every update. Social media influencers became central to the drama. TikTokers recreated the feud with dramatic reenactments. YouTubers posted multi-part deep dives dissecting lyrics and posts. And Instagram pages flooded feeds with polls asking fans to choose sides. Hashtag Team Slim Thug versus hashtag Team Lil Baby dominated the internet, creating a competitive, highly engaged community. Every post, like and share was magnified by millions, ensuring that the feud stayed at the center of cultural conversation, adding another layer of intrigue. Subtle hints began emerging from both camps. Fans noticed deleted posts, changed captions, and cryptic replies in comments that suggested more was brewing behind the scenes. Every small action sparked hundreds of discussions and theories as fans attempted to predict the next move. The feud had become interactive, with fans essentially participating in the escalation by analyzing every available piece of content. By the midpoint of this saga, the tension was palpable. Slim Thug had doubled down on his statements, reinforcing his position and asserting his influence in the rap game. Lil Baby, meanwhile, maintained a careful balance of composure and subtle provocation, letting his response videos and posts speak volumes without directly escalating the feud publicly. It was a game of strategy, with both artists playing to win the hearts and minds of fans and peers alike. The stakes were higher than ever. Every word, gesture, and post had potential consequences for reputation, legacy, and influence within the hip-hop community. Social media commentary and industry speculation blurred together, creating an environment where nothing was off-limits and everything was magnified. Fans became amateur detectives, piecing together clues, analyzing patterns, and sharing predictions with millions of others around the world. It was clear that this feud was no longer just a personal clash. It had evolved into a cultural event, a real-time drama watched and dissected by millions. The online frenzy, combined with industry speculation, had created a perfect storm. The world was watching, waiting for the next explosive move. And both Slim Thug and Lil Baby were strategically pacing themselves, ensuring that the anticipation and the tension kept building. This was the moment where legends are tested. Reputations are shaped, and careers can either soar or stumble. Fans were fully invested, teams were chosen, and the hip-hop world had its eyes glued to every single update. The question now wasn't just about who would win the feud. It was about how this drama would reshape the rap game itself as the feud reached its peak. The tension in the hip-hop world was unmistakable. Fans, media, and industry insiders had been tracking every post, every lyric, every subtle move from both Slim Thug and Lil Baby. The beef had grown from social media jabs into a cultural event, dominating feeds, headlines, and conversations worldwide. Everyone was waiting for the next big move. Who would escalate? Who would stay silent? And who would emerge victorious in this high-stakes clash? The climax began when Slim Thug released a follow-up statement, a video that was part interview, part lyrical diss, and part declaration of legacy. In the clip, Slim Thug addressed his critics, asserted his dominance in the game, and delivered pointed remarks about respect, influence, and the next generation of rappers. The words were calculated, powerful, and designed to hit hard. Fans immediately took sides. Screenshots circulated endlessly, and reaction videos exploded across YouTube and TikTok. Lil Baby responded in his own way, with a series of strategically timed posts and subtle jabs. Instead of escalating publicly, he let his music, visuals, and social media content speak for him. The calculated approach fueled speculation. Was Lil Baby letting Slim Thug overextend? Or was he simply setting the stage for an even bigger move? Fans analyzed every clip, every gesture, and every caption, trying to decode hidden meanings. Memes and side-by-side comparisons flooded feeds, keeping the story trending around the clock. Meanwhile, the industry reacted. Fellow rappers, producers, and collaborators weighed in on social media, some subtly supporting Slim Thug's assertiveness, others admiring Lil Baby's strategic restraint. Music, blogs, and entertainment outlets published in-depth analyses, predicting how the feud could impact future releases, collaborations, and even reputations within the hip-hop hierarchy. The story had grown beyond a personal beef. It was now a test of influence, strategy, and legacy. Fans continued to dissect old footage, interviews, and lyrics for hints of the feud's origin. Conspiracy theories suggested possible rivalries, business conflicts, or long-standing grudges that had finally boiled to the surface. Others speculated about hidden alliances, past collaborations, and secret conversations that could explain the escalation. Social media became an interactive battlefield where every fan was a participant, sharing theories, voting in polls, and reacting to the slightest new update. By now, it was clear that both artists had played their cards expertly. Slim Thug had delivered forceful statements that demanded respect, while Lil Baby had maintained composure, allowing his art and strategy to speak for him. The balance between bold confrontation and careful restraint kept fans hooked, ensuring that the drama remained unpredictable. Every move was scrutinized, every reaction amplified, and the anticipation for the next chapter reached fever pitch as the feud finally began to settle. The key takeaway was undeniable. This wasn't just a clash between two artists, it was a moment that defined perception, respect, and legacy in hip-hop. Fans were fully invested, the media coverage was relentless, and the cultural impact was profound. The beef had transcended personal conflict, evolving into a phenomenon that would be remembered and discussed for years. So what's next? Fans, analysts, and fellow artists alike are still waiting for the aftermath. Will Slim Thug continue to assert dominance, or will Lil Baby respond with another strategic move? Will this feud influence collaborations, industry relationships, and the music that comes next? The story is far from over. And one thing is certain, the world is watching every move. All right, everyone. Now it's time for you to weigh in, because this isn't just a story, it's a feud that has the entire hip-hop world talking. And your opinion matters. Slim Thug has put Lil Baby on blast. Lil Baby has responded with strategic precision. And fans everywhere are glued to every post, every clip, and every subtle hint of drama. The question now is, who really has the upper hand? We want to hear what you think. Drop your theories in the comments. Was Slim Thug justified in calling out Lil Baby, or did Lil Baby handle this perfectly? Do you think the feud will escalate, or is this just the beginning of a long-term rivalry that could shake the rap game? Your thoughts could spark the next viral debate, so don't hold back. If you're as shocked and hyped as we are, smash that like button. Show the world that you're following every twist and turn in this saga, and that you're ready for more updates. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for exclusive coverage, insider reactions, and breakdowns of every moment of this ongoing feud. Also, share this video with your friends, your crew, and anyone who lives for hip-hop drama. Every share spreads the conversation, fuels fan theories, and ensures you're part of this epic cultural moment. So comment, like, subscribe, and share, because the feud between Slim Thug and Lil Baby is far from over. And the next explosive development could happen at any moment. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of one of hip-hop's most talked about battles.